The woman thought a thief had broken into her home, and she rushed in at once to subdue the man. But when she saw the man's face, she found out that he was her own husband. What was worse was that she accidentally tore off the man's clothes. The man quickly covered his private parts and asked the woman angrily what she was doing. The woman apologized in a fluster, but she knocked the man down on the sofa when she stood up. Her teeth even split the man's lip open. The woman covered her face in embarrassment. They were husband and wife, but they actually didn't know each other at all. It turned out that their marriage was an accident. The woman was a trainee police officer, and she received a mission that day to have a fake marriage with her undercover colleague. However, she was stopped by a man as soon as she arrived at the mission location. The man thought she was the marriage partner arranged by his grandma. He said the woman was 3 minutes late, but this sentence was exactly the contact code between the woman and her colleague. The woman thought the man was her undercover colleague, so she went to get the marriage certificate with him without hesitation. However, the man finally realized he had mistaken the person when he learned the woman's name. He immediately told the staff he wanted a divorce and explained to the woman that he had mistaken her for someone else. But the staff told him that a 1-month cooling off period was needed for a divorce, so they had to wait a month to get a complete divorce. Just then, the woman saw the criminal target she was hunting down. She immediately asked the man to cooperate with her to act like a loving couple. After the target left, the woman immediately informed the captain and told her colleagues to track the target first. The man thought she was a liar and told her to stop acting. The woman had to take out her police ID and tell him that she had also mistaken him for someone else. The two thus became husband and wife by accident. Before leaving, the woman exchanged contact information with the man and told him to notify her to come for the divorce in a month. When the man's grandma found out that he had married a stranger, she was afraid that the woman was after the man's family property, so she decided to pretend to be poor to test the woman. However, the elderly lady stepped forward and bumped into her on purpose as soon as she saw the woman. Seeing this clumsy acting, the woman thought the elderly lady was a scammer who faked a fall to cheat money, so she left without hesitation. But she heard the elderly lady scream as soon as she left. The woman rushed back at once, only to find that the elderly lady was held hostage by a kidnapper. To save the elderly lady, the woman told the kidnapper that she was very rich, and it would be better to kidnap her than the elderly lady. She then approached the kidnapper and became the hostage instead of the elderly lady. Just when the elderly lady thought the woman would get into trouble, the woman took down the kidnapper behind her easily. The kidnapper's accomplices tried to save him, but all of them were subdued by the woman. The elderly lady admired her very much when she saw how capable the woman was. She asked the woman why she refused to help her up when she fell just now. The woman immediately complained that the elderly lady's acting was too bad. She then pointed out that the elderly lady's hands were very soft and not like those of a real scavenger. The elderly lady was very confused, since the woman knew she was a scammer. Why did she still save her? The woman said she was a police officer, and saving people was her duty. For this reason, the woman passed the elderly lady's test.